Breaking news once again, and that's also the reason why we are right here at the studio for a last minute shoot
Real
to give you updates, real time, on our opinion about the most recent cooling measure that not only took the market by storm, it took the market by a big surprise.
Yes, a
It's
huge
like
shock.
a kraken that just came out from the box. Wow. I never expected this to come. Honestly, when I saw a couple of the news articles coming up, cooling measures, I say, is it the last time cooling measures or not? Right?
Yep.
So today you have myself, Jervis, as well as Chris, Director of Investments of J&A Real Estate, to be here to give you our objective opinion on what will happen to the market moving forward for the cooling measures.
Yes, indeed.
Yesterday, what time did the news come out?
Wow, I still remember I was looking at my phone.
Yeah.
11
plus,
40 plus PM.
Yeah.
And we only had like 70 minutes to react.
Yeah.
If only you can buy something.
But actually,
70 minutes.
I'm more excited to buy something in the next few months.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, for a Singaporean buyer lah. For a Singaporean buyer. Okay, so if you are a first-time buyer, congratulations to you. If let's say Chris and I, husband and wife, husband got property, wife no property, congratulations to you. Let's say Chris and I, husband and wife, husband no property, wife got property, congratulations to you, to all husbands. If you are just a first-time property purchase, I'm telling you, wait a little bit. There are going to be good opportunities that are going to come up.
Yes,
this
indeed.
is by far one of the greatest cooling measures that's happened. But honestly, to foreigners only.
Yep.
A 3% increase to Singaporean citizens, not too much. Right? For second property, 17% to 20%.
20%.
If you talk from the third property, 25 to 30. We have not seen many transactions of clients buying more than 2 properties under the name, and we will not advise you to do so because there are many alternative investments. Okay, so the structure of this entire conversation will happen this way, right?
Yep.
We're going to run you through via the screen what MND mentioned, right? And what MA is talking about, what are some of the changes. After that, we'll give you our own opinions. But usually after every cooling measures, what we'll do is that our research team and our investment team, as we are talking to you right now, is in the office. They are all ready to pull all-nighters these few days because we are going to be having a webinar that's going to come out this weekend on Saturday at 8 p.m. 8:15 p.m. 8:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right? This Saturday, if you want to find out where this exclusive webinar link is, the QR code is going to be here. Okay, I'm going to put a QR code right here. It's right here. There are many people who have joined our Telegram channel. Please come in to join our Telegram channel. And if you cannot find the Telegram channel, just in case something went wrong, join our WhatsApp. Okay, not join WhatsApp. WhatsApp us and then we will give you the Telegram link. Okay, this is the first time our QR code as well as the link will be sent solely via our Telegram channel because we want to give exclusive insights. Okay, and this webinar, we're going to be covering with you. What are some of our position towards this ABSD shift? And most importantly, what lobangs you can look forward to in the next few months. Because there are some developers who have halted the launches just today.
Yes, indeed.
To wait for market. And there are a lot of developers who are facing some tight QC timelines. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about it, Chris. Okay, so I'm going to run you guys through the slide. It's going to be raw, unedited because we want to be fast. Want to give you exactly what happened. So this is the actual NMD, NMD. Walao, NMD is the Adidas shoe. MND's report for the Ministry of National Development. Okay, so you can see here at point 4, ABCD, rising of ABSD rate for Singaporean citizens purchasing their second property, 17 to 20%, third property, 25 to 30%, rising of ABSD rate for permanent residents, right? Buying their third property is 30 to 35 as well, and the scariest of all, 30 to 60% for foreigners who are looking to buy their first property. Okay, we have some Indonesian clients that we're serving. We have some Chinese clients we are serving. Don't worry. Why? Because there are going to be good alternatives for you as well. Okay, and let's.
I want to add on this.
Please.
Yesterday night when this news came out, immediately one of my downlines called me and say, "Hey, my Chinese," I mean, he focused on Chinese clients. So he say, wow, this is some very big news for Chinese client side. It really affected business. And also, one more thing is how my Chinese client just texted me yesterday night. He say, 政府真的很狠. Which is, very, very...
It is true. It is true. Later, we're going to discuss a little bit more about the rationale as to why we think that the government is doing what they're doing. But can I just share something? we need to be positive, not because we are just real estate agents, but because after every serious cooling measure, we have been waiting for years for something that drastic to happen. In the past 16 months, there were 3 rounds of cooling measures that happened. But do you know that the biggest winners of Singapore's real estate came when the biggest cooling measures came in and hit the market? So I'm very excited because firstly, for Chris, his name all filled up but he can sell because all make money already, right? For me, Penny's name is free up. I'm waiting for this opportunity to enter the market ASAP once the opportunity comes in. And a lot of our clients, we have freed up some of their names to make sure that they have this flexibility to enter the market when these things happen.
Indeed.
So it's a great opportunity for Singaporeans and PRs. Okay,
very exciting.
Foreigners, When I asked Chris what's his opinion, what was the first thing you said?
Oh, excited. Because every single time such things happen, there's always opportunities we are looking at.
Absolutely, look at it. When we reek fear, when we smell fear, there's like a shark smelling the blood, right? Wow, the market is in crisis, chaos, fear, we attack. We come in, we will start buying units. Previously, that's what happened. 2018, post-2018, when the government dropped prices. The government never dropped prices. When the government, you never drop prices. Help us a bit. Okay, no. When the government increased the buyer stamp duty by 5%, our clients entered the next few months. Now they're all sitting on great profits.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
it is something that we've always been doing, finding discounted units, finding undervalued units in the market where people are so fearful, but we know the insider news and getting the first deal.
We're getting too excited for the first deals.
Yes.
Yeah, we already have the whole full list of developers. We're hitting the QC timeline very soon and we are already identifying which units already. Recently, we just helped one of our clients the developer dropped the price by 7% overnight. And then there were like 20 units that was just transacted there. And these are opportunities we are living for, right? So if you want to get this first-hand information, join our webinar. We'll be sharing with all of your practical steps, not just generic neutral information. Okay, we are not known to be neutral in the market. We stand by what we talk about. The previous video that was just posted was on NP residences. We're not going to say the full name out. Developer has halted the sale. And that was the first video we said, avoid. Right? And the developer really avoided for this time around.
Avoid themselves.
Okay, so I'll just go back to the table first on the screen as we can see right now. This is the table for the adjustment of ABSD rates for residential properties. As you can see, 17% to 20%, third property 25 to 30. If you are first property purchaser and you are thinking that the government may not impose ABSD, we've never expected the government to more than 100% the foreigners ABSD.
Yep, totally.
I was just thinking, why not just put 100%? You put 60% also kind of 100% like that, right?
Mine 150. 150 better, right?
That one already chala.
Yeah, really.
Okay, 0 to 0. And then for PR, 5%, no change, right? Second property, 25 to 30. Third property, 30 to 35. And then foreigners, 30 to 60%, right?
Yep.
Okay, a lot of people feedback to me to speak slower. Okay, so I need to remind myself. I get very excited when I talk about these things. I need to slow. You know what some of our clients told us? He said every single time when Jervis talk, I will go and reduce the speed. But then Chris speaks very slowly already. So when I reduce the speed by half, Chris is even slower, so cannot catch both. So I say, okay, right? That's the reason why we are partners. We are brothers of 17 years. We complement in that way, okay? So entities-wise, the first time I saw the foreigners study the 60%, right? Next time I say, okay, you can buy the company idea. Then I see pop next thing, entity is 65% higher, right? Housing developers, no difference for you.
And one day what trust also. Absolutely. Trust also went up 60 plus percent.
Yeah, 35 to 65%, right here.
Yes, in fact.
Trust has not really been going to be the major portfolio strategy moving forward because of the risk of not being able to
and also not able to leverage also.
Absolutely.
And one thing, one of our client did also have this, one of our client was buying another new launch. They bought it just recently. And basically said that because of trust, I mean, this is my last property I'm using strategy. So it's really shutting all this thing out and making things a little tricky for this strategy to be
Absolutely. I love that. So later on, we're going to go a little deeper as to the government's rationale for doing that, right? But what I'm going to tell you all is this, right? We haven't gone deep in the preparation of the entire content. We're going to shoot off from our head. But on Sunday, when you come to our webinar, and the QR code is going to be here Saturday, when you come to our webinar, the QR code is going to appear one more time, right? You are going to be hearing the exact strategies, our exact hypothesis, which has been called accurate thus far, thankfully, and also what are some of the developments or resale developments, that you can consider as well.
Yes,
right? If right now you're thinking, alternative investments, commercial, industrial, and I'm going to tell you one thing: commercial shop houses have hit 7,000 per square foot already. right? So, we are a little too late to the game if you are still looking at commercial, right? But there are going to be good opportunities as well, okay? So this is actually the main changes that happen in the entire NMD article. And one more thing that's very important, if you can see from point 13 to 16 right here. Sorry, the whole thing is like coming up and down because I'm not used to using the trackpad. You can see this. Okay, the reasons why the government is doing this is because basic economics, ramping up supply, controlling demand so that prices will fall. Right? Simple, right? And they have mentioned that they have increased the supply of private housing on the confirmed GRS site from 3,500 units to 4,100 units, right? And they have injected a total of 6,300 units under the confirmed list, right? Public housing, more flats will be ramped up. And, when I read the whole thing, right, I have mixed feelings lah. Okay, mixed feelings as a realtor, why are you making life tougher for us? But as a Singaporean, I feel very loved that the government really care about the affordability of our home.
Yeah, in fact, my client also sympathizes, say life is tough for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, such is life.
Absolutely, such is life. But with every crisis comes great opportunities for us. So we are excited. So Chris, let's talk about it. Okay, why do we think that the government is coming out with these cooling measures? It doesn't seem like property prices is shooting up crazily once again. It's not. It's stable growth. Yeah. So why?
In fact, government is looking at foresight.
Yes.
They're seeing that the price trend is going upwards.
Yeah.
And also seeing that the upcoming, foreigners are coming to Singapore, setting up family offices, which I think you mentioned in previous video.
Yes.
From 100 units went up to close to 1,005 family offices.
Yes.
That is in Singapore already.
Yes.
They know that the money is coming. So they are worried that last time what happened in the 2007, 2008 period, when things are going up, ramping up to 2012, that's something they do not want the rally to happen.
Absolutely.
That's why it's a step ahead.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. If I'm the government and I see the perspective of the government, what I'm saying now is that based on the government land sales that are happening, based on the new launches that are coming up, it seems like prices are going crazy. That's number one. Will prices go crazier? It depends, right? Because this time, this will definitely affect en bloc sentiments as well, especially for, people who are staying in the particular development for a long time. They are wondering where their replacement property is going to be. That's number one, right? Indeed. If they're going to pay a high ABSD. Number two is also, the developers in the core central region, it's going to be a little bit more apprehensive because foreign demand is being affected. Okay, right. But in our webinar, we're going to cover with you what's the percentage of foreigners buying Singapore property, and even the D9, 10, 11, what's the percentage of foreigners that are entering? The numbers are staggering, and you may not have the same hypothesis after you see the numbers. So sometimes news are like this, right? It scares a lot of people, right? But actually, there's no effect on that sometimes, right? So we're going to share with you in our webinar. Okay. Personally, number one, I was talking about bullish prices. Okay. I wouldn't say speculative. I say the prices are going up. And number two, you're right. Capital injection from nations, right? Just a couple of weeks ago, right? I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, the Chinese government announced that they're going to have a central registry to register all Chinese properties.
Yep.
Okay? I asked some of my Chinese counterparts, my good friends who are from mainland, I asked some of my our China partners. They told me this. This is grave because apparently there is corruption in the country and there are a lot of officials who are owning hundreds of properties.
Yes, indeed.
And the moment this falls in the hand of the registry, they get caught. So what happens before that is that they have to exit these properties and they have to inject the capital elsewhere.
Correct.
And where else to inject than safe haven Singapore? So I tell you, Singapore government is very, very sharp and astute.
Yes, indeed.
Right? Yeah. And
also, I think one thing what government do is a head towards converting the foreign EP who come to Singapore.
Yes.
To encourage them to go into PR route.
Absolutely.
And that's something they can reserve all this funds injected from outside to be Singapore to be, as what names such permanent.
Yes.
As permanent residents be in Singapore.
Yes.
That's something I guess population white paper is gearing towards that. Is really what government has already foresee this.
Absolutely.
And going towards. And so it's quite one move.
I tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. Okay, we're going to close this because it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to tell you one thing. Okay, ever since I was in secondary school and JC, I always observe how government use the scholarship system, right, to keep the best talents.
Yes,
you realize?
Yep.
Since young, the smartest people in the class I never get it lah, But since young, right, the smartest people in the class, they always get scholarship ever since secondary 4, JC 1. They're already talking about president scholarship, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, indeed.
This is one of the best talent acquisition and retention move that the government has done.
Speaking of which, I heard, right, they actually go overseas, EDB, Economic Development Board, they go overseas to recruit all these talents.
That's insane.
And this, it's something that is behind the scenes, we know it, but it's a long term, it's something that government have to hit towards.
Because we know that the government has a pro-foreigner and a pro-PR policy.
Yes,
population white paper shows us that by 2030, there's going to be 6.9 million in population. Right, that is the postulation. The Singapore government is never that inaccurate. They are quite accurate at that. They are encouraging the PMETs in. They're encouraging PRs in. They recently had this global investor program, the GIP program, to invite high net worth individuals in.
Yes, it is.
Right now, it's the second tranche. They are going to say, hey, you're coming in, no problem. You're not going to buy a property because you're going to convert the PR first. Once you convert the PR, you save 55% ABSD.
Yes. Wow. There's something that...
Smart.
Very, very smart move. Very
smart move, right? So I think these are the reasons, right? So we don't have to take it personally, especially when a real estate business. But I am confident that moving forward, JNA has to explore alternative investment options.
Is inevitable because we know Singapore is an aging population.
100%.
We are not having enough babies. So we have to have more soccer teams.
We need to have one full soccer team.
In order to increase the fertility rate and also really boost our economy in the long term. But it's not happening because of stressful life like what we're having right now. Things are getting tougher. Cost of living is higher. People are not having kids. So the only way to go next is really to inject this group of individuals to help to boost our economy.
Absolutely. And I believe that most of the viewers who are watching this, whether this video is sent to you by a JNA real estate realtor, sent to you by one of your friends, or you're watching it on socials, most of you are millennials, right? Some potentially Gen Z as well. And honestly, a lot of us love kids.
Yes.
But if you ask us, are we going to have a soccer team of kids? With the rising cost of living, maybe I will have a soccer team of kids in Zimbabwe.
Or soccer team of puppies.
As for puppies. Puppies is very expensive now.
Yeah,
one puppy 6,000. You have a soccer team 11, 66,000 per month. You need to spend at least 1,500 per puppy. That's $16,000 per month spent on 11 puppies.
Okay,
and then if they breed and they get off, you can sell but in Singapore you can't sell also. You see. So I got to think about it. All right. Okay. So now let's go deeper into what do you think are going to be some of the effects on the Singapore's real estate market moving forward.
Okay.
After this. We're going to do this. We're going to play this, okay?
Yes, sure.
We're going to make it a bit fun. Okay, we're going to play a game. And this game works this way. Chris and I are going to fire one possible outcome of this cooling measure. And then you can let us know by WhatsApping to the number whether you agree or you don't agree. And I tell you, it's so fun. This number is so fun because a lot of people have been WhatsApping us, telling us, hey, we've watched your video and this is how we feel, okay? So we're going to start right now, okay?
All right.
You go first.
Wow, definitely. Foreign demand was going to drop.
Yes.
It's really something that some of my clients I mentioned just now, they just text me and say that, sorry, government is not so keen to invite us over. It's really looking at the ultra net worth.
Yes.
So that's something that definitely will affect.
Yeah.
And in fact, something to take note also, CBD properties, that's something that is a little tricky right now. Some of the launches that we want to launch at a high entry price, like the one that we just did at MP Residences, we just launched, it will definitely be a bit more less bullish and more conservative in the masses.
100%.
Yeah. How about you? Back to you.
Okay, the next thing, this is what I'm going to feel. So in my opinion, I think that there will be an increase in PR application because if today I'm a foreigner buying a property, I have to pay 60% ABSD. If I become a PR, I save 55%. Means, right, let's say if I'm aiming for a $3 million property, instead of paying $1.8 million in terms of ABSD, by getting a PR, I just pay $150,000. I'm saving $1.65 million in terms of ABSD.
You can buy a property.
You can buy a property and you can sell your PR, but you can't do that, definitely, government. Yeah, you can sell a PR. So that's the first thing that I think is going to happen. Secondly, I believe that there will be a dip in prices in CCR, especially in properties that's of higher quantum, higher PSF, right? CCR, there's a diverse group, right? You have the 2,000 PSF-ish. In the RCR market that is dominated by most of the mass market individuals, locals, is really going at that pricing. But if there's a pricing that's going above 3,000 or like a patio unit or like a penthouse unit, trophy assets, you're going to see some opportunities for first-time buyers or even people who are newly minted PRs. Next is you.
next is me. So back to me.
Yep.
For PR wise, one thing to take note also, once a PR is coming in, PR is being newly minted, I feel it's a delay effect.
Yes.
It's a matter of time where price will rise again, where all this foreigner EP sign for PR and government is now more lax in this kind of policies. And that's when it's really a delay effect, where subsequently it will trickle down in the next 2 to even 3 years later on, where the price will go back up again. And one thing that I will highlight is also rental. Rental, because a lot of some of my clients say that actually want to buy a property 30%, but I say I think I extend my lease. So it's really dragging the whole thing and at the same time increasing the demand for rental.
100%. And with the increase in demand for rental, I believe that the foreigners who are most likely renting in the CCR or CBD areas, you're going to start seeing rental prices continue to climb.
Counter effect.
Because they are not going to be buying. And I really wonder how the government is going to counterbalance this, because unless it's a cooling measure for rental specifically, right? Today I was looking through the Straits Times post on ABSD. There was someone who wrote there, is there going to be a counterbalance for rental prices? Maybe they increase the tax. I have no idea, right?
In fact, I think rental prices wise, there will be silver lining, because at the end of this year, there's a lot of projects TOPing.
Yes.
But honestly, not all of them are going to be rented out also.
Absolutely.
So
there are a lot of own mass market condos
as well.
Yeah. And to end off, if you are a first-time buyer and your name is not occupied, congratulations to you, because there are going to be attractive opportunities only in the next 2 to 3 months. Because we have seen this before. When developers are in a state of panic or are in a state of uncertainty, rash decisions will be made.
Wow, it reminds me of my Marina one back then.
Yes.
Then when this news, 2018, 2019, when it came out, developers get a good discount.
Yeah, they gave a very good discount, right? And that is after TOP already, right?
Yeah, after TOP already.
So we have to look for these opportunities. If you are a millennial right now, I'm going to give you this call to action. Please contact the number here. Let us know, no matter whether you can afford now or not, let us help you plan ahead. Because this is a once in 20 years kind of opportunity that's in the market. And I am ready to take action for Penny as well. Right? Great. So that is the key. Okay? So if you're a first time buyer or you're newly minted PR, it is extremely important to take action right now. But exercise prudence and choose the right units, okay? We know a lot of you always watch the video till the end. And we just want to thank you. You know, sometimes our home tours, we realize that people don't watch till the end. But even though these videos that we have has lesser views, those people who are watching are legit buyers and ready investors who are trying to gain as much knowledge as possible. Your support means the world to us. Your support allows us to continue producing more content. And it's also the reason why we are always on the ball when it comes to producing content right now. So any last words to advise the market before we see you guys on the Saturday webinar?
I think a famous quote by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. Okay. Warren Buffett is be fearful when people are greedy, be greedy when people are fearful. And that's when as you remember back in the times in COVID-19 season when the market was down, and also during the the cooling measures that came in, and that's when I took action, and now it's sitting off very great profits that we're looking at in terms of real estate. So that's something that I always look at. Don't be always fearing or missing out, or don't be always following the crowd or the fear in the crowd, but really take action using right data and insider news. And how about you?
Fun fact, during COVID, when one of our clients bought a resale property in District 15, he's sitting on already more than $1 million in profit. I'm talking about resale, I'm not talking about new launch. So unit selection is extremely important as well. Okay, as what we always say, every crisis comes with an opportunity. Not all crises comes with opportunities, but the key thing here is to have the acumen to spot the accurate opportunity that you should take action for your family. And that's the reason why we are here. We are ready to be overworked. Just yesterday, we met 4 of you guys, right? And continue to come in. Let us know how we can help you more. We will see you for the Saturday webinar at 8 p.m. Okay, join our Telegram group one more time right here. And once you go in, you will have the exclusive QR code as well as the link for the Zoom. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. If you have any questions, send it into the WhatsApp number that we have, because from that WhatsApp number, we are able to address these questions for the webinar, because we may not have all the time for Q&A on that day. Okay. We will see you guys, and thank you for watching this episode of Singapore's Real Estate Explained. Bye-bye.
Bye.